As long as he continues to fight MMA guys and YouTubers, he's gonna continue to look good and shine. But once he fights a real fighter, a real fighter that can really fight, it's not gonna be that good.
Happen is that if Manny Pacquiao is really considering of coming back to professional boxing, I think that would be a good measurement and sign and a marketing for him.
According to the Insider's reports, Floyd Mayweather Jr., the undefeated boxing legend, paid a visit to Manny Pacquiao's training camp in Los Angeles as the Filipino icon prepares for his highly awaited comeback fight against Mario Barrios. This unexpected encounter between two of boxing's most iconic figures has sent shockwaves through the sports world, sparking discussions about their past rivalry, mutual respect, and the evolving dynamics of the sport. Floyd Mayweather's reported visit to Manny Pacquiao's training camp is more than just a casual meeting. It symbolizes the complex relationship between two of the greatest boxers of their generation. Their rivalry culminated in the Fight of the Century in 2015, a bout that lived up to its billing and left an indelible mark on boxing history. Since then, both fighters have pursued different paths, Mayweather transitioning into a successful promoter and occasional exhibition matches, while Pacquiao has focused on his political career and humanitarian efforts. However, their shared history and mutual respect have always lingered beneath the surface.
You fought against Manny Pacquiao, you fought against Floyd Mayweather. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the hardest puncher, where would you rate both fighters?
We all know that Mayweather is not known for a big punch. It stings, it stings, yes. I would have to say they're about the same. It's funny because I didn't feel Pacquiao's punch. He didn't do anything to me, so I didn't really feel his punch. He punched the same. The only difference is that Pacquiao has the ability to really maybe knock you out, but he's got to land that perfect punch. And Pacquiao's more of a, he doesn't have that good timing like Mayweather.
What about speed?
Speed, it's different. It's different speed because Mayweather is a guy who one fast shot, boom. Pacquiao is. He'll throw 4, 5, 6, 7 punches and fast. I think both guys might be the same. I would have to go with Pacquiao.
The rivalry between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao stands as one of the most significant and lucrative in boxing history. Spanning over a decade, their eventual clash in 2015 was the culmination of years of anticipation, negotiations, and public demand. The initial discussions for a bout began around 2009, when both fighters were at the pinnacle of their careers. However, disagreements over testing protocols and promotional issues delayed the fight for several years.
Any version of Mayweather would have always beaten Pacquiao, in my opinion. I think Mayweather would have always done what's necessary for Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao had a greater career, but I think Mayweather is a better fighter. And I think Mayweather had the right things for somebody like Pacquiao. I mean, he had the right one-punch speed. He had the right IQ. He was bigger than Manny with longer arms. He had great feet. It's just a kryptonite for Manny Pacquiao. I personally thought so.
Manny Pacquiao spoke about that he shouldn't have.
Floyd Mayweather,
yeah. Because it's a time and a place for everything. I'm not going to say he's right and I'm not going to say he's wrong. But it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing. Just by you saying my name, they gave me a check for $4 million. He said my name when he didn't supposed to. Remember I said it's a time and a place for any and everything.
Pacquiao's boxing career stands out as truly extraordinary. Throughout his journey, he has captured 12 major world titles and claimed the lineal championship in 4 distinct weight divisions, including flyweight, featherweight, super featherweight, and super lightweight. Remarkably, Pacquiao is the sole fighter to have secured world titles spanning 4 separate decades, from the 1990s all the way into the 2020s. His bouts have attracted massive audiences, generating over $1.2 billion in revenue across 25 pay-per-view events, highlighting his tremendous appeal and influence in the sport.
Philippine boxing legend Manny Pacquiao leads ESPN's list of top 25 Asian athletes of the 21st century. The 8th Division World Boxing Champ bested the likes of Chinese basketball icon Yao Ming and Japanese baseball superstar Ichiro Suzuki, who finished second and third respectively. Completing the top 5 are Korean football star Song Hong-min and Japanese-American Naomi Osaka. Also making the list, the Philippines' first ever Olympic gold medal winner, weightlifter Heidelin Diaz, and the PBA's 7-time PBA MVP, Junmar Fajardo.
In September 2021, Pacquiao announced his retirement from boxing to focus on his political career. He ran for the presidency of the Philippines in the 2022 elections, but was unsuccessful. Despite this setback, Pacquiao remained active in various capacities, including serving as a senator and engaging in numerous philanthropic endeavors.
Your thoughts on Manny Pacquiao's retirement?
One of the greatest fighters we've ever seen. Never ran from anybody. Had completely respected the sport of boxing. Was an ultimate champion. And I have to tell you, one of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet on the planet Earth. I mean, when people, I want to say this real quick because I know we got to go because we got one more thing to discuss, Marcus.
Yeah.
When people talk about Manny Pacquiao and they say stuff like, well, he's fighting for money. I would like y'all to know that there are people who line up in the streets of the Philippines just to come get some money from him. He's very charitable.
Oh, yeah.
That's why money was compromising, because he's a giver. He's a special dude. I'm going to miss him.
However, Pacquiao has officially announced his return to the ring at age 46, nearly 4 years after his retirement. He is set to face WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios on July 19, 2025, at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas.
Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios is a done deal. Fight will either happen July 19th or July 26th in Las Vegas or San Antonio. And it's not going to be a pay-per-view. It's going to be free on Amazon Prime. Whew. We blast Jake Paul for these types of fights. And yet a current world champion and Mario Barrios is going to go after Manny Pacquiao. Listen, I get it. You get to share the ring with the legend of Manny Pacquiao, one of the greatest to all ever do it. But he's been retired now. He's already in the Hall of Fame. Manny Pacquiao did not look good in his previous exhibition he did last year either. Mario Barrios should easily run laps around Manny Pacquiao, destroy him. Why are we wasting time with this type of fight? It makes absolutely no sense to me. Listen, 147, welterweight. Me and Talani just got done talking about this in our interview. 147 is a historically great boxing division. And there is great talent in the division right now. But the problem is that guys don't want to fight each other. We don't want unifications. We don't want undisputed. And we're getting fights like Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. Why? This fight makes absolutely no sense. If this is even somewhat competitive, that is embarrassing on Mario Barrios' part. Why are we wasting time with this fight? Listen, Brian Norman Jr. should be fighting Boots Ennis, but he chose a decent alternative. Fighting Sasaki in Japan is fine. That's still two debatably top 5 fighters in the welterweight division fighting each other. I'm A-okay with that decision. Boots Ennis finally stepped up and he did the unification fight against Danny Onis. Great. Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. Okay, if this was for a massive bag, I get it. But you're fighting for a non-pay-per-view event, so you're going to be fighting for free against a guy like Manny Pacquiao. Why? There are plenty of other fights to be making. But yet we're getting Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios. Is Manny Pacquiao even ready to fight in the ring? Why is he? I get he still loves the sport, but listen, you are an all-time great, a legend of the sport, a Hall of Famer. Why return? Why not just go pursue other things? If anything, do those little cheap expedition fights that you did last year, or those that are similar to that of what Floyd Mayweather keeps doing. Why is Manny Pacquiao doing a real legitimate fight? I get for its world championship, but against Mario Barrios. Why is Mario Barrios agreeing to this?
George Kambosos Jr. once had the privilege of training with Manny Pacquiao, and he credits those sessions with having a huge impact on his development. He often speaks about how he learned more than just punches. He learned mindset, discipline, and how to push past limits. According to Kambosos, Pacquiao's influence wasn't only physical. He taught him that boxing is a game of the mind as much as it is of the body. Watching Pacquiao in training, Kambosos learned how to blend speed, intelligence, and preparation into a well-rounded strategy.
Trained with Manny Pacquiao had to be a huge asset for you, because even though Bay was probably your biggest name opponent up until then, you'd been. How many rounds had you done with Manny?
250 rounds over 3 world title campaigns.
So it started with the Jeff Horn fight?
It did, yeah. When Jeff got, obviously, the fight with Manny Pacquiao, I was in Los Angeles, and I was sparring his ex-sparring partners, Jose Ramirez and Ray Beltran. I was doing 5-on-5, and these guys are good fighters, former world champions. And Freddie come over and goes, Manny's got the Jeff Horn fight. So yeah, I'm hearing about it. He goes, well, you're sparring his sparring partners. How would you like to go against your countrymen and help Manny prepare?
Mario Barrios, a 29-year-old American boxer from San Antonio, Texas, currently holds the WBC welterweight title. He secured this championship after a dominant performance against Yordenis Ugas in September 2023, where he knocked Ugas down twice and won by unanimous decision with scores of 118, 107, and 117, 108. This victory marked a significant milestone in Barrios' career, elevating him to full champion status following Terence Crawford's move to the super welterweight division.
One time I interviewed your sister, and she told me when you were kids, she would do the best in sparring. She would get the best of you.
Oh, yeah. No, easily.
When did that change, Mario? When did that change?
He wasn't the only guy she got the best of in San Antonio. She got the best out of everybody, man. Shit. Yeah, my sister's a beast, man. Like, she couldn't spar other females a lot of times.
Unfair.
Yeah.
Mismatch.
She was like overwhelming, man. She was just naturally, strong. And so yeah, most of the time the smart partners, they were dudes. But I couldn't really even like spar with her serious until I was like 17 or 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
However, Mario Barrios is not taking Manny Pacquiao lightly. Despite the age gap and experience advantage of his opponent, Barrios is fully focused and committed to preparing like he's facing a version of Pacquiao from his prime years. His actions reflect a man who sees this bout as a defining moment in his career, and his training camp has been all business from the start. Barrios' coach has made it clear through his comments that this fight is being approached with the seriousness of a title match. There is a balance between admiration for Pacquiao's legacy and the undeniable hunger to take him down. There's no hiding Barrios' ambition. He wants this fight to be more than just another win. He wants it to be remembered. Facing a living legend like Pacquiao comes with risk, but also great reward.
Mentioned a lot of people are asking what's going on. Are the rumors true? Is it possibly Spence? Is it Pacquiao? Who is Mario Barrios sharing the ring with next?
You know what? He's put himself in a great position through hard work. He's a tremendous story when he turned pro and what he's been able to accomplish being a 2-time world champion. And I always told everybody, he fights all comers. When we fought Gervonta Davis, all my hats off to Gervonta Davis. But it was very difficult for us to make the weight. We were going to move up in weight. They presented us, with this opportunity, and he said, you know what, I'll bite down for it one more time. And then from there, obviously we had a tough loss, but it was a competitive fight. And his first fight at 147 pounds, he goes on and takes on Keith Thurman. No tune-ups, no getting used to the thing. Goes at that point is about as good as you can get in the division, and took on that. So he takes on all comers, all challenges. His first world title against Batirov, the Russian, is about as tough as you could have done at the time. And so I think he's earned the right now to be in the biggest, best possible fights. And now it's going to be up to Al Heyman and Louis DeCubas Jr. on what they see is best and fit for his career, whether that's, Pacquiao, Spence, if that's a unification with Boots Ennis.
The matchup between Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios has garnered significant attention within the boxing community, eliciting a range of opinions from experts and fans alike. WBC President Mauricio Suleiman has expressed strong support for the bout, highlighting Pacquiao's legendary status and the precedent of former champions making successful comebacks. Suleiman stated, "I do like the idea very much. I think Pacquiao can beat any fighter or be competitive with any fighter today." This endorsement underscores the WBC's willingness to sanction the fight, recognizing Pacquiao's enduring appeal and competitive spirit.
We have Sean Gibbons here, Manny Pacquiao's right-hand man, advisor, head of MP Promotions. Sean, I know you spent a lot of time with Manny Pacquiao over recent weeks and months. There's a lot of conversations about Manny's comeback. What is the latest that you could offer and the update around the potential matchup with Mario Barrios?
Well, the latest is Manny's fighting an exhibition on 28th in Japan. So, you don't want to really look past that. But if he's successful there, Mario Barrios. We've talked about Conor Benn, which I believe was a great fight. That would have been a tremendous fight. We could have done it in England. We could have done it in the U.S. We could have done it in Riyadh season. But the fact that he wasn't able to come off the suspension, that put the brakes on that. So that brought us to Mario Barrios. He's the WBC world champion. Manny's first belt ever, many years ago, was a WBC belt. So I think it would have been a great story.
Floyd Mayweather believes Manny Pacquiao's return to the ring is likely driven by financial motives, a common reason for many retired fighters to stage comebacks. In professional boxing, comebacks often occur when aging legends seek one last lucrative payday, especially if they haven't fully transitioned into a stable post-boxing career. Despite this, the speaker acknowledges Pacquiao's enduring skill, stating that even his C game is still superior to many current fighters' best performances. Floyd Mayweather has long been known for his intense focus on maintaining his legacy as an undefeated champion. This protective stance has occasionally led to contentious moments, particularly when discussions arise about other fighters' greatness. For instance, YouTuber Showbiz the Adult recounted an interaction where Mayweather became defensive upon the suggestion that Manny Pacquiao might be considered greater than him. During this exchange, Mayweather allegedly accused Pacquiao of using performance-enhancing substances, highlighting how sensitive he is about his standing in boxing history.
Here we go. Who's greater than me? I said, Sugar Ray Robinson. He said, Sugar Ray Robinson, how many wins he got? I said, he got like over 150 wins. He stopped for a minute. He said, but who got more championship titles, me or him? I said, hold on, Floyd. He said, answer the question. I said, Floyd, there's more titles now than then. There was just one then. That's no fair. Answer the question. I said, okay, you. Do I not have 28 titles? And I was just like, I don't know. He said, oh, you're supposed to be the expert. But the reason why I said that is because there's minor and major titles. Who else greater than me? I said, Henry Armstrong, Roberto Duran. He said, oh my God. He said, you said something about Pacquiao. Yeah, I said, I think you'll beat Pacquiao every day of the week, but I think he had a greater career. He said, you ain't think Pacquiao was on steroids? I said, he didn't fail any tests, Floyd. He said, look at me in my eyes. I can't say, man, he didn't fail. He said, oh man, you faked. I saw that as a initiation. This is what you about to get. Nobody's greater than Floyd. My thing is, he should feel that way, but you can't expect everybody to feel that you're the greatest, Floyd.
Despite the mixed outcomes of his exhibition matches, recent training footage released in early 2025 has reignited excitement among boxing enthusiasts. The speculated videos depict Pacquiao exhibiting the same blistering hand speed, footwork, and punching power that characterized his prime years. Observers have noted his impressive conditioning and sharpness, leading to speculation about a possible return to professional boxing. Pacquiao's impressive physical condition, many critics argue that his return to the ring is unnecessary and potentially detrimental to his legacy. As the only boxer to have won world titles in 8 different weight classes, Pacquiao has little left to prove in the sport. His decision to challenge WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios has sparked controversy, with some viewing it as a move driven more by nostalgia than necessity. Concerns have been raised about the fairness of granting Pacquiao a title shot after a 4-year hiatus, bypassing younger, active contenders. While his dedication and past achievements are undeniable, questions linger about whether this comeback enhances or risks tarnishing his storied career.
The WBC president Mauricio Suleiman has said Mario Barrios will face Manny Pacquiao this July. That's some crazy shit, bro. That's some crazy news. Manny Pacquiao is 46 years of age. He's making his return to the ring. And he said he wants to go out with a bang. He wants to finish his career as a champion. That's some crazy shit. Manny Pacquiao's professional record currently stands at 62 wins, 39 of those coming via knockout, 8 losses and 2 draws. Manny Pacquiao has one of the most impressive CVs in the sport of boxing. Just take a look at from 09 Ricky Hatton all the way up until here. There's so many names: Timothy Bradley, Manuel Marquez, Shane Mosley, Joshua Cloteley, Miguel Cotto, Floyd Mayweather, Jesse Vargas. Like, there's so many names on this list.
Prominent figures in the boxing world, including promoter Frank Warren and broadcaster Simon Jordan, have openly criticized Manny Pacquiao's decision to return to the ring at age 46. Warren described the move as unnecessary and disappointing, expressing concern over the WBC's decision to rank Pacquiao at number 5, despite his 4-year absence from professional boxing and a lackluster exhibition performance in 2024. He questioned the integrity of granting Pacquiao an immediate title shot against Mario Barrios, suggesting it undermines the sport's credibility. Some boxing insiders have drawn parallels between Manny Pacquiao's next title fight and entertainment-driven bouts like Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. While the latter is widely regarded as a spectacle, Pacquiao's match carries the weight of a world championship, prompting concerns about the sport's integrity. Critics argue that granting a 46-year-old former champion a title shot, despite a 4-year hiatus and a recent exhibition loss, undermines the merit-based system that boxing purports to uphold. Moreover, concerns about Pacquiao's health and the motivations behind his comeback, whether driven by competitive spirit or commercial interests, add layers to the ongoing discourse. Yet, supporters highlight Pacquiao's exceptional conditioning and dedication, suggesting that his return could bring renewed excitement to the sport and inspire both fans and aspiring boxers. They view his comeback not as a risk to his legacy, but as an extension of it, showcasing his enduring passion and resilience.
Champion Mario Barrios to defend his belt against Manny Pacquiao. And about 7 to 8, maybe 9, 10 years ago, I would have said hells yeah if we had a Manny Pacquiao championship fight. But Manny's been retired for 4 years. He's 46 years old. His last fight was in 2021 and he lost to Ugas in a unanimous decision. I watched his exhibition bout against the kickboxer guy in Japan. That didn't look good. This is a bad idea. A really bad idea. And again, I think people will look at this and go, well, Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson, and yeah, that happened. And I also said that Mike was going to get really badly hurt, and it was a terrible idea for him to do that. And there were some health issues and everything else. Luckily, Mike didn't get super hurt in the fight, but this is a world championship level fight against a sitting world champion, and Manny does not belong in there. And again, I'm worried that he's going to get hurt badly.
Do you believe Pacquiao's return enhances or diminishes his legacy? Share your thoughts in the comments below.